Thank you. Garrett, next question.
Harwich Stan testified last term in favor of a bill to require genocide education in our state's high schools. Would you be willing to sponsor and or support the reintroduction of that bill in the coming term?
I'm sorry, did that mean there's a bill that our Stand activist group helped support, which would have required genocide education in the state's schools. It was called the Teach Against Genocide bill.
Okay, I'm up.
Yes,
thank you. I don't know the specifics of it, so I always like to read the bills before I say whether I will support or not. I think that's an important issue up on Beacon Hill, that most of the bills aren't read by many of the legislators. But I don't know the specifics of that bill. I will therefore respond in a general sense. I think there's no question that the important aspects of history and I think incidents of genocide are extremely important aspects of history, need to and should be part of a curriculum in our high schools and schools. I think it's important that we all be made aware of many of these horrendous events that have occurred in the past, so we don't repeat them.
Thank you. Ms. Peake.
Thank you. I have stood with students from Harwich High School in lobbying for, and ultimately I'm proud to say, voting for a piece of legislation that you came up and testified for, and that was the requirement that we divest our investments from Iran because of the human rights atrocities that are going there. You guys worked hard on that, and it is now law, that divestiture bill. I am a co-sponsor, and was this last session, of the teaching of genocide in the classrooms, and I will continue to be a co-sponsor of it. I think it is very important. I stand shoulder to shoulder with my constituents and my colleagues in the legislature who are of Armenian descent, who are still struggling to get an official recognition, acknowledgement, and apology about the Armenian genocide. And unfortunately, when we're talking about genocide, there are too many instances of it for us to recall. And even more unfortunate is those instances aren't all 30, 40, and 50 years ago, but they continue today. They continue today as part of modern warfare. We see it in the Sudan. We saw it in Rwanda. And I think the only way to make it stop is through raising awareness and a good beginning right here in school. And I applaud the efforts of Harwich High School in this area.